What's up, peoples? This is Big Jim, and I'm leaving the gym. I wanted to address something real fast. I got a text from my homegirl, Sherelle Alexander. She asked me what I thought about the whole Adrian Peterson thing. Okay, let me start off by saying, listen, I'm not against not whipping kids. Now, I am totally against spanking or beating or, to be honest with you, reprimanding or whatever kids from an emotional perspective or an emotional state. Listen, I'm the guy that'll probably come over to your table if you're acting up to your kids. And listen, I'm just a big dude, so I'm gonna bully you down the way you're bullying your kid. Now, at the same time, if you ask me, Jimmy, do you hit your kids? Honestly, nah, but I'm a communicator. I communicate with my kids. I give them lessons. I give them information. I give them the game. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be responsible for the choices and decisions that they make. I'm totally responsible for articulating those things. Now, this is the thing that it kind of saddens me about. One, our culture evolves every single day. Okay, people remember the wild, wild west when we were allowed to carry weapons and dang near kill each other in the street. You go to a judge, this guy did this, I shot him dead, the guy goes loose. We've all seen the movies, and some of y'all old people probably, had a little bit of dust on your shoes as it is. But anyway, our culture evolves. Nowadays, you can't even really have a gun to a certain degree, and depending on which state you're in. So my point is that culture evolves. The way that we were disciplined by being hit and spanked and beat, to be totally honest with you guys, just because you guys aren't used to seeing what the perspective that Adrian Peterson came with, understand at one time that was totally acceptable. So hold your judgment on how things look and how things appeared. Don't run with the mob from that perspective. Now, it does sadden me at the same time that Adrian Peterson didn't have the wherewithal at some point in his life to understand that culture had evolved, and going outside to get a switch, which I was beat with a switch, and some of you were beat with a switch too, or your friends were beat with switches, that our culture has evolved from that. So the excuse that I was beat like that, well, your great-great-granddaddy killed someone in the street. You killed someone in the street, now you're going to prison. So the culture has evolved, guys. We have to be thoughtful enough to understand that some things that were acceptable yesterday, they're just not best and permissible today. Period, point blank. It's sad that Adrian Peterson, who's probably a really good guy, is now being depicted as this villain because he's simply duplicating something that was done to him. He believes he's come out good, so you know what? I'm going to tear into my kids this way. What I turned out good, they should turn out good. Well, Adrian, the thing that you have to understand, again, is that it's almost like keeping up with the times. What we did 5 years ago, what we did 10 years ago, what we did 20 years ago, it's just not the same, bruh. You and your peoples or whomever, and I tell this to people, you need to take some classes, pick up some books, read about communication. Understand how your emotional state and your physical state actually affects your children. How you love, how you express this, how you express that. It has a direct effect on your kids. Not just directly with you, but what you do with your kids and how you flow with your kids. And couple that with what they get outside, what they get on TV, what they get on the radio. All of that accumulated together can bring forth a powder keg that in the future you're going to sit back and wonder, where in the heck did this come from? When we were growing up, we didn't have the same TV influences, the music influence, the kid influences the media influences, we didn't have those same type of influences. The only thing that we had, the only ones that really had influence over us were our guardians, our moms, dad, uncles, and aunts, and our neighborhood. It's a little different now. So my bottom line is I think you have a good guy who didn't evolve, who doesn't understand the evolution of culture, evolution of people, and evolution of humanity. I think he made a mistake. I don't even think it was a malicious thing. I think he was doing what he believed was best for his kid. And you know what? I just think that it was wrong. I think if with a little information, a little insight, a little different perspective, I think that he would probably be open to agree. Again, I think it's a good guy. A lot of us are good people. Sometimes we make some stupid, ridiculous mistakes. I think that he made a mistake. I think that he should be judged according to the mistake he made, but he should also be accurately judged for the man that he is. And just because he made a stupid mistake doesn't mean that he doesn't have the capacity and that he's not a good man. Thanks a lot, people. It's just my perspective. Tell me what you think. Holler at your boy. Peace.